special mulleting over City because, as you can see here, it's not just me. Got Adam joining, as well as our brother from another mother, Sean Spence, Words About Shapes, and Detroit City supporter legend. We are going to basically just do a brief recap. If you're wondering, we just did a special city preview for Detroit City Sportscast, which you'll be seeing in the upcoming episode that will be dropping sometime later on this week. But we also
the first segment of Make City Make Spence.
Hell yeah. So, I mean, it's a special occasion, motherfuckers. Get ready to watch it, damn it. So with that being said, we wanted to talk about what's taken place at all things Detroit City, men and women's side, since late last week. We are going to start off with Friday, kind of an eventful day, both on the men's and women's side. The men started things off going to Oakland University. I thought they were going to be playing in the Dome, but they told me to fuck off because they played outside. Sean Spence, you were there, a 4-2 win. Tell us about it real quick. Your thoughts, brief.
I was. It was a good outing from Detroit City. Started very slowly, gave up a couple goals in the first half. Had a little hard talk with each other at halftime, and came out and dominated the second half. A really great kind of team goal that wound up with Maxi Rodriguez, and then two from the new striker Elvis Amo, who looks the part, looks fantastic. So it was a good outing from City.
So that wrapped up the preseason as the men get ready to open things up in league play this weekend. The women later on travel to, Adam, remind me, because you're always going to fucking remind me, where does Zoo City play at? And as opposed to what I thought they played at?
They play in Portage, Michigan.
Did they play in Portage also? I thought Kalamazoo United played in Portage.
Nope, they both play in Portage.
Oh shit!
They played at some place called the Kingdom Sports or something like that. It was also in Portage, but obviously it's Kalamazoo, and not Toledo, like Garret originally thought that Zoo City played at. I don't know if Spence heard that yet.
No.
But yeah, Spence.
Go back, whatever fucking episode that was.
It's always the best when somebody hears it for the first time. Yes, Spence. Garret thought that Zoo City played in Toledo because they have
Zoo
City.
It's like Toledo, then Zoo's excellent. What?
But I was like, the fact that it was me that thought that, yeah, that even made it more great. So
like as you were saying that, I'm like, oh my god, it's because of the zoo.
Yep.
Yep. See, I'm not alone in bustling thinking about that. Over under 5 times. I'm going to say over 5 times that you'll hear it in the next Tunnel Talk that Dennis is going to be hosting this week. Oh, it's going to be fucking fun. Again, Dennis, congrats on the American citizenship last week, buddy. Rock, flag, and eagle.
I guess congrats on that, but go ahead.
Yeah.
But then travel to
I need a
Sioux City.
soundboard with an eagle screech sound.
There we go.
Wow.
So
Jesus.
Yep. Hey man, I can't do the crows anymore due to the need and
ready.
tent. So, once again for the second time this year, Detroit City put 10 on Zoo City. 10-5 winners. Their second game in double digits in a row. 50 goals scored in their last 4 games. We're going to admit the fact that that was the most goals that the ladies have given up in a game all year, because sometimes that happens when you just dominate. Convincing performance again. Next game for the ladies this Saturday night, March 16th, against the Cincinnati Stingers, who got stunned by us earlier in the year 4-2.
Are they the Stingers or are they the Sirens?
Sirens.
Shit.
Sirens.
Yeah.
Sirens.
Yeah. It's a very gendered name. Like they're luring you onto the rocks with their song. Like,
Yep.
So apparently the rocks are in Cincinnati. That's the 5 Hills or whatever. I don't know.
You know what? Did I just say Cincinnati Stingers? That was the name of the WHA hockey team in the late 70s, I feel.
That's right.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so now you're right there.
So close.
Yeah, Sirens, which will be similar to what they'll feel like when hopefully Danny Evans and the ladies roll in Saturday night. So
yeah, I tend to think that giving up the 5 goals against Sioux City was kind of like, City knew that they were going to win that match, right? They kind of had their, like, this is a
7-2 at halftime. Yeah,
this is a team they beat 11-2 when they were still figuring out how to do like line changes and stuff. Like they've really gone to another level since that time. So, like, I really feel like we maybe were kind of, not like a bit overconfident, like in terms of not obviously not overconfident, but like our confidence informed our desire to destroy them, which was very low. Like, let's just win this thing, and they did that fairly easily. This match on Saturday is the big one. Cincinnati are the two-time defending national champs. They have won 3 of the last 4. This is kind of their shit, right? And we're going to try to come into their place and take it. And I expect it to be a fiercely contested match. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be fun on there. We did get some hints about what playoffs are looking like in this league, which is shocking because normally we don't really get news at all about this league until right before it. We'll keep people in the loop on that after this weekend to what to look forward to, which will also be in Cincinnati around the second weekend of April. So, although many of the ladies were, if not all of them, Adam can confirm, were at El Bosque this past Saturday for the annual owners meeting. Adam, why don't you kind of give us a little your thoughts on it, some good details, and then also a little kit thoughts.
It was fine. I thought that it was better than last year. I don't know if anybody went to last year's or not, but obviously there were some sound issues with the way the room was kind of configured and everything at the Rooster Tail. But I thought that they still needed about 2 more monitors in the back to help that sound travel a little bit better. But ultimately it was better. It was easier also to read the slides and everything that they had up. Obviously last year, if you're sitting in the back, you couldn't see shit, but
Yep.
it was a good night. It was a good night. A lot of players were there, a lot on the women's side, a lot on the men's side. We got some numbers and everything like that. If anybody's interested in it, I'm sure they can go back and, look at the, some of the financials that, they gave out. But like I said, it was a fun night. It was a good night. As far as the kits go, I think it was a better set than last year's. I was not a fan of the aways last year at all. I think that those were some of the worst kits that we've ever had.
That's an understatement from him. Look for prior episodes as well.
I like
those are you talking about the mint kits.
I hated the mint on the white.
Not enough mint.
It was clashing. I mean, it's not something you do. Those 2 colors clash. It's hard to make it out. It wasn't a good look for City last year, I think. I think kits should be somewhat intimidating too. I didn't get that from the all. It looked like you're wearing a white t-shirt and in some sense white shorts as well. You're throwing up because we ripped on the Indy 11 kits from a couple of years ago because they looked like a t-shirt and they were waving the white flag. And I
a match that was 0-0, but yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like that's what City was doing last year with those white kits. But anyways, I'm okay with the with the home ones. If you go and you listen back to the the upcoming Detroit City Sportscast episode and the Make City Make Spence segment. Sean, you talked about the chevron being, kind of a, a European thing, which is something I didn't know. And it's cool that in that sense that they brought it back. The polarizing aspect of that kit isn't the chevron. It is the fact that they don't have the Detroit City badge on it. They have Detroit City FC and a script writing on it, which is different. It's going to be something that people are going to definitely keep an eye on. And, if City does well this year, especially in those kits, people will be probably more prone to accepting them and liking them. But if they go out and play like shit this year, then they're probably going to want to, throw those in the fire real quick. It's a cool script font though. It's just different. I like that better than the Spirit of Detroit kit that they had last year when they had the flag there instead of the
City of Detroit.
instead of the badge. but it is a little different. I love the third kit though. The black kit, ironically enough, with the verdigris badge. I do wholeheartedly agree though with what Sean said in the Make City Make Spence segment, that the 2019 black and gold kit was still a lot cooler. I agree with him there. Again, just
Supreme.
because I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the verdigris to begin with, but I think this year's black kit is still a really, really cool kit. I asked the question if Nate can only wear green kits because that's what he was once again modeling Saturday night. He was modeling a new green kit, which
Ho,
is
ho, ho.
whatever. Yeah, which is whatever. Exactly. It's whatever. I didn't really I didn't think it was anything that great. Kind of bland, kind of boring, in my opinion. But whatever.
And then you have the second goalie kit, which is
If you had the second goalie kit, I got
I
Arsenal vibes off of it, but it looked better. It looked a lot better than the Arsenal.
What it looked like to me is like you told the artist, you said you told an artist who'd never really seen street art before, you're like, I want something street art. And they were like,
yeah.
and put it
okay,
in yellow,
because they're,
and light
you want,
blue.
yeah, like you want the job. You're like, okay, sure. Like you're Googling frantically, like street art. Oh, okay.
Or they showed him a picture of the Arsenal kit and they're like, hey, can you make this a lot better
Yeah.
than what
Yeah.
that looks like? So
The Arsenal fans admitting that.
no, I'm totally admitting that Arsenal kit is dog shit. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was. I mean, the kits. I think the kits are okay, better than last year, like I said. And I mentioned that Garret is lucky that he didn't show up Saturday night because he would have been put in his place as far as Carlos's cowboy drip that he had going.
Wow.
Should have
Yeah.
worn a bolo. He should have worn a bolo tie.
Don't be giving him
all-time debut. He's
don't be
amazing.
giving him pointers. Don't be giving him pointers, Garret. You were firmly
embarrassing
smacked
yourself.
down. You were firmly smacked down into your place.
Hey man, I may have a bolo tie to give at the first peace offering. Sean, your thoughts? What's your favorite kid out of the bunch?
The black one, I guess.
Yeah.
The third kid.
Sean loves kits. He loves kits.
Oh boy,
kit guy.
I just wake up every day. I'm like, what can I think about? Let me think about clothes. Clothes.
Sean cares about the important stuff when it comes to City.
Well,
hold on, Garret. Hold on, Garret. What did you do today? Sean hasn't heard this yet. Garret,
no.
what did you do
I found
today?
out the color names.
Okay.
Because we have people that are willing to help us.
How did you find out the color names?
First off, I got from Club Contact, and then I called Adidas Chicago to confirm like what shades like Onyx was to confirm my feeling that it was charcoal. So yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to customer service at Adidas for confirming my thoughts on colors.
Wow.
They're probably sitting there thinking, who is this lunatic calling us up?
The weird thing is, like, I like, it's one thing I discovered, like, when I was a journalist, when that was a thing, when people had like jobs where they like did journalist stuff. Like, if you just kind of call and confidently ask questions, a lot of times people just answer you. Like,
yeah.
Hi, I'm Sean Spence. I'm from so and so. Listen, I'm trying to figure this out. Blah 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 blah, and they'll just kind of go, okay, and just start answering questions. Like, it's crazy, but it's a kind of phone version of like have a clipboard. Right, like occasionally look at the clipboard, walk around like you have a purpose. You can go anywhere.
I'm going black kit 1, home kit 2 because I do like the maroon and navy thing on there. Even though some people be like, "Fuck you, what City will play in blue?" Yellow and light blue goalie kit 3rd. I'm accepting the half and half kit. I normally fucking hate half kit designs. The maroon shorts on it being completely different color than the half and half. And And the Sox, as a whole, it's a great kit. I just might not buy the away kit on principle. But if they play well, I'm prone to change my mind. That was that on Saturday. Thanks El Bosque for hosting. In Southwest Detroit. On to today, a couple big announcements happened. Thankfully, we waited to do this shit until after all this stuff because normally this happens before. First things first, Matty Lewis announced his retirement today. Mentioned in there. Unbelievable statement that he put out. Well done. Class statement from a class act. And then Detroit City announced their local TV deal, massive CBS Detroit, which has both WKBD TV 50 as well as WWJ, which would be CBS 62 in Metro Detroit, home and away from the men. All matches that aren't nationally televised, all matches able to stream those matches on CBSDetroit.com. All women's matches stream for free on CBSDetroit.com. Sean, your thoughts on both the Matt and the TV deal, and then Adam.
The TV deal is potentially massive if they can find a way to get some of those untapped markets, which are like under 30 statewide and sort of underserved markets in the Detroit metro area. If they can find a way to get both of those people picking up the broadcasts, then those are huge gains. Making the price point free is incredibly democratizing factor there. So, kudos to Alex Wright and the team, whoever did that. Matty Lewis is you said a class act. Yeah, he is he's a funny guy who has started a real estate business and needs to step away and is doing so kind of precipitously, but nothing but the best of Matt. A really fantastic, genuine, thoughtful, competitive dude.
Yeah, definitely. As far as Matty Lewis goes, I think legends, especially when talking about city, sometimes it's a term that gets kind of thrown around a little too much.
Vincenzo Candela, city legend.
Yeah, I think somebody actually said that last year. But Matty Lewis, through and through, definitely a city legend. Probably will definitely have that velvet painting hanging in the clubhouse, and it's gonna be weird seeing him not on that back line this year.
Right.
Definitely. Was certainly one of the anchors, which made City a kind of that defensive stalwart through this Trevor James era. So definitely gonna miss him. I wish him all the best of luck and in his new venture coming up, and hopefully we see him around Keyworth too, moving forward. As far as the broadcast deal, just echoing what Spence said, massive deal, very democratizing, and it's good to see something like that, given where the other four major sports are in this city. Not really with the Lions, just because they're already on like cable or the regular big four networks for the most part anyway. But it's so hard to go and watch the Red Wings. It's so hard to go and watch the Tigers and the Pistons because they're stuck on that god awful network, Bally Sports. And you got to pay a shit ton of money monthly just to watch them on a shitty streaming service, on a shitty app, and it's just not good. And what's the shit that we constantly hear about all the time, which is a tired old argument when it comes to city and lower league soccer, is, well, where am I going to watch it? Well, I don't want to invest my time into that because I can't see them play anywhere. Well, even before this deal happened, City was actually the most accessible professional sports team in the city. With the deal last year with ESPN Plus and the price per month for something like that. Now it's even better. Now you get them on CBS Sports, you get them on Galazzo, you get them on ESPN Plus, and now you get to watch them for free on CBS Sports Detroit, which is an amazing deal. It's going to help, as far as the promotion, everything of the club goes. It's going to help in that regard. But you can go and, check out the rest of the thoughts too, on Make City Make Spence, because, we talk about it in length on there. But, in long and short of it, it is a great deal for City. Massive deal. And I know that's probably something that Alex was itching to announce at the owners meeting Saturday night. He just couldn't do it yet, probably, obviously because the T's and the I's and the ink wasn't, dry yet.
I'm just praying that like it is, like this isn't precursor to some massive technical problems that like.
Oh boy. The repeat of the rain forecast from Colorado. Transition time, because open up in the Rocky Mountains Saturday. The first chance for people to see Detroit City in this deal is away to Colorado Springs, 8:00 Eastern, this coming Saturday, March 16th. Colorado Springs, having already had a game under their hands, traveling to the Miami FC, Ohio State wannabe motherfuckers. However, coming up losers, 2-0 to the home side, despite a couple of good individual efforts, goals by Miami, a counterattack, which eventually led to a goal, and then a penalty late in the second half. So, seems like we could expect adjustments for Colorado Springs. We shall see. They do have some, players that can make impacts in there. Rolando Damas up top, Malik Foster on the right, Juan Tejada on the left. Third time City and Colorado Springs will have played in USL. City won the first match in Colorado Springs 2-1, September 22. Last September, I really don't want to talk about the 3-0 loss that City experienced in the rain. But, you can just see our quick 15-second Mulleting over City recap on YouTube for that. It was straight to the point. Real quick on that, Sean, how you feeling about Saturday? Adam, how you feeling about Saturday?
I'm cautiously optimistic about Saturday, but that's mostly because I think the City have had a good off season. I have no idea what's about to unfold. Like, let's be clear. Like this,
right.
Any outcome between like utter disaster and unprecedented triumph would be explicable to me. I'd be like, okay, I see how we could get there. This is a long ass season,
right?
That's the thing we've learned more than anything else in the USL Championship is that 34 matches is a fucking lot, and each one's only 3% of the schedule. So
yeah,
I do not know what we're going to see. I'm glad to see that Colorado wasn't incredible in their opening match and that they were pretty open. That seems like something we will be able to exploit. I am worried about the pile of talent that they have awaiting us, but that's the case in about 50% of our matches, really. Like the other teams have more talent than we do, so let's have at it.
Damn right.
They rang off a bunch of shots against Miami. They held a lot of the possession, but like you said, Spence, it's really hard to get a good idea with these opening week matches, especially heading into this year too. We got some new faces on our side, and most importantly too, we have a new head coach. So I could see it going either way. Like Spence, I'm cautiously optimistic about it. So,
yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday night, ESPN Plus, CBS Detroit via WWJ, CBS TV 62, WKBD TV 50, CBS Detroit. There's so many different ways you can check this out.
You're gonna need to record that and soundboard it, like
Adam,
it's 30 seconds, like.
Adam could just drop a graphic in there, like Laura, and we
watch Detroit City FC on the following,
or Red called it. What's that thing, like that word photo thing? You mean a graphic wall? Yes, or whatever he said. Tunnel Talk, look for that. The guys are getting together. Dennis is hosting. It should be all a fun time. I'll watch from afar with the popcorn and be ready to laugh my ass off. Adam, are you popping in there or TBD?
Yeah, I'll be on.
Yeah, we got to make sure everything there. So it's all the best deal ads and everything like that. But yeah, so no, that is it right there. Sean Spence, many ways you can check out. Words About Chase, Patreon, where else?
That's about it, really. I mean, I'm on social media, but I don't really speak on social media that much anymore. It's lost its joy. Yeah.
Makes it sounds like us as like those that are still Pistons fans this season, but that's another topic for also Detroit City Sportscast. Cheers, everybody. Great to see all that made part of it, especially that stayed warm in the St. Patrick's Day parade. Ali Coot, this is your reminder. You need to wear a long jacket in March and not a tracksuit. That'll get talked about on the talk, I'm sure. But until then, everybody, City overall, one City, always City to Matt Lewis, City legend for sure. Women keep rolling, especially to Cincy on Saturday, and we keep going onward.
That's it.